So we're on chapter 3. As you can see, life goes on and you have to keep trucking. Putting this one together while on the road, so hey, if it's what you can do to listen or sit in the passenger seat and read, awesome. This third chapter is about being a leader. Are you a leader? Or are you a follower? I would suspect that if you're retiring, for the most part, you're a leader. You've been there, you've held multiple positions, you're doing a lot of different things throughout your entire career. And it all depends. You may have had some responsibility, you may have had a ton of responsibility, making decisions and leading people. Don't think of it that that's the only thing that you've been doing, because actually you're still a follower. You're following people to learn more about what you want to do as you retire. You're a follower because you have superiors above you. You're a follower because you have your family, but you also have your family to lead. That is all who we are. We're leaders and followers. It all depends on the context of how you want to use it. As a leader, we assume the responsibilities of so much. As men, we assume the responsibility, believe it or not, of our family, our business, our position, society, peers, and all that extra bullshit. It makes life really difficult sometimes. And that's where you need to really focus on your body and your being. Your body specifically for your fitness. You got to maintain that fitness. If you don't maintain your fitness, you're not going to be able to handle your being, which is your meditation and your connection with God. If you don't have a good relationship with your body, you're not going to be able to have the other three: your being, your balance, and your business. That being said, what do you really want to do when you retire? Do you want to lead or do you want to follow? Do you want to use your skill sets to lead people, or use your skill sets to take a time out and follow? Totally your choice, your decision. Again, you can't have all four without all four of them working in sync. You have to remember you're dealing with real facts, raw feelings, a relevant focus, so that you can drive your results-driven fruit. Without that, you'll struggle with your purpose. If you don't have a purpose, what are you here for? Right? You have to take that time to work on yourself and your family. Your number one priority is you, with your body and your being. Now, flashback. Your balance is your relationship with your wife or your husband or your spouse, your partner. And then your children. Now, mind you, if you don't have a wife or children, you can call them person one or person two. But they're relatable. They're your friends, the rest of your family, siblings, parents, aunts, uncles, cousins. Keep in touch with them. And then that's where you can start to build your business out. Personal business, multiple businesses. It doesn't necessarily have to be a business like your mind's thinking. Just take the context of the word business. Is it my business, your business, anybody's business? Okay? Question mark? Once we focus on those specific things and get them all in sync, those four things, you'll be able to work on building your profit. And that profit is taking those withdrawals from the bank, the deposits you've been making with your family, with the balance piece of it. Your body's in shape. You're already doing the fitness piece of it. You're fueling your body every day, whether it be supplements, green drinks, or beverages like that, good food. doing your macro dieting, however you want to, put that stuff together. Your being is your meditation and taking the time out to focus and listen to God. Doing memoirs, journaling. I will be honest with you, I am not a journaling fan. However, I am working with a program that does something called stacking, and it's very similar to journaling. Basically cuts out a lot of the bullshit of me having to think of stuff. And it literally walks the dog. And if you're interested, reach out. I'll be more than happy to share it with you. Once you do all the journaling, you're able to make those deposits into the balance. Start focusing on the business pieces. Learn something new every day. Doesn't matter what it is. If you're focusing on a business, you want to learn something specific to that business to make it bigger, better, so you can scale, make more profit. So you discover something new every day and then declare it, and then do that through social media, a video, a text, an audio file, whatever it is. Share it with somebody. Share it with your friends. Share it, on the internet, whatever the hell it is that you do to expand your own personal information. It doesn't have to be personal. It's something that you learned for the day and you want to share it. It's important. When you take the time to figure out if you want to be a follower or a leader, you can make that decision in coordination with your family. Because the most important things in life are God, family, and yourself. Without yourself, you can't communicate with God. Without God, you're not going to be able to communicate with your family properly. And without your family, you're never going to build a business that's profitable. It's a lot to absorb. Take the time, reread this chapter. It'll definitely be valuable in the long run.